This is Andi Purewal for Boxing News. I'm joined by Nick Ball here in Liverpool. Nick, you're back in your hometown once again, back-to-back defences in your home city. How does it feel? How are you feeling?
Feeling good, yeah, and it feels great because these are the nights that I've wished for and dreamed of as a kid, training hard, coming up, and now I get to do them as a world champion. It's a special feeling, yeah, with all the lads on the card as well.
For years, Nick, Liverpool's obviously had a great heritage of boxing coming through and a lot of talented fighters. Going back many years, obviously more recently, the Smith brothers have had quite a big say in how big the events have been here. But you're starting to somewhat take over that now as those guys come towards the end of their careers. Do you feel the pressure on your shoulders to continue to deliver big nights for your city?
Not really, not so much pressure, because when they were doing it, the Smiths, they shown it can be done. And I used to go to their fights and watch their fights, you know, thinking that'll be me one day, main event in the city, and now that it's happening, it's good. So I was already prepared for it, if that makes sense. So it's no pressure now, because I knew it was coming.
Boll-Doheny next up. I was looking back at the first press conference you guys did, and you said that previously he's shown that he's got quit in him because of what happened in the Inoue fight. Saturday night, he comes and he delivers what he said, toe-to-toe, trading with you. Do you believe this fight ends within the distance?
No, not if he comes like that. No, it's not going the distance.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, no, definitely not. It could go anyway, to be honest. Like, you don't really know until you get in there. Until you get in there and see what happens. Anything can happen in a fight, but the way the two styles will play out, I think mine will be in favour.
Do you just feel then, on what you've said, your relentless, aggressive style in nature just be too much for him to deal with and you'll overwhelm him?
Yeah, definitely.
When you look at Boll-Doheny, then I don't know how much of him you've watched. I know it's not something you tend to do. You leave it to your team and then they feed back to you. But what does he do that you're not necessarily wary of, but you're appreciative of, that he's got good boxing skills with?
Yeah, he's a good fighter, isn't he? He wouldn't be at this level fighting the fighters that he's fighting if he weren't. So that, and the main thing, it doesn't matter what he's got. He's another man trying to take what I've got and what I've worked so hard for and what I've earned, and I'm not going to let it happen. So that's what he's got.
I know you don't want to put any extra pressure on your shoulders, but just given what could be around the corner, those big unifications, trying to run it back with Ray Vargas, do you want to make a statement? Do you want to make these guys remember once again that you're the man of this division?
Definitely, always looking to make a statement in my fights, and especially in Liverpool with all my supporters buying tickets, coming out to support me. Yeah, they deserve it. They deserve it. So I'm going to put a show on for them. Yeah.
I do have to ask, and I know you just want to focus on Saturday, but there's a number of fights which are going to be out there. I want to ask you about three of them. Firstly, Stephen Fulton, prior to his Brandon Figueroa fight, he said he was coming for you, and then he beat Brandon Figueroa. Do you think that's a fight now which has gained more traction, obviously him being a titleist as well?
Yeah, defo. Obviously not looking past Saturday night, but after this one, Saturday, that's a fight I'd love to make happen, yeah, because he's got my belt. That belt should be mine, so I'd be up for fighting him, yeah, and taking that belt off him.
What did you make of his performance against Brandon Figueroa? Did you watch it?
Didn't really watch it, you know. Yeah, I'll probably watch it, yeah.
On that note, obviously he's an American fighter. I know you've had a great relationship with those out in Saudi. You're boxing here in Liverpool, but for many fighters, it's kind of a dream to go and box in America. Do you think it might be something which could be explored? Go to somewhere across America, whether it be Vegas, New York, wherever it may be, and have a unification with him? Yeah,
defo. That'd be sick, and I'd be up for that. Yeah, 100%. I've got family in America as well, so it makes sense.
Where do your family live?
Florida and New York.
So New York could be the ideal one.
New York would be good.
And then also I have to ask you about a certain man which continues to get mentioned, Naoya Inoue. Obviously I've seen a lot of comments from Turki Al Sheikh over the past few months where he's mentioned some of those dream fights he wants to make is you versus him. If he steps up to your weight, 126, how mouth-watering of a proposition is that for you to think about?
Well, it is, isn't it? Because the main man who's making the big fights happen has said it, and said he wants it to happen, so it will happen if he moves up. But as of yet, he hasn't moved up, so come back to me on that one when he moves up, and I'll be waiting for him.
Can I just ask if you know if your team or anybody's had any conversations about that? But again, say Turkey spoke to Frank, for example, and they've said, yeah, if he moves up, that fight's fair.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
If he was to move up, you know yourself, everybody would know that'd be an action-packed fight, one that the fans would really enjoy. But do you think that his power would carry up as much to 126 as what yours currently stands at?
Probably in his punches, yeah. They're probably snappy enough and powerful in that way, but I think his strength all around wouldn't be up there with my strength, if that makes sense.
So do you feel like you could manhandle him a little bit?
Exactly, where other fighters, when they're getting in with him, they're going automatically on the back foot and just accepting what he's bringing, whereas I wouldn't do that. I'd make it hard for him, I'd be pushing him back, and so that's what would make for a good fight.
Just final one from me, because I can see Dev just up on the stage now. A message to everyone in Liverpool, what to expect on Saturday night.
All action again in the city, yeah. It's going to be a special night.
Nick, thank you for your time, and I'll see you soon.
Nice one, mate. Thanks.